Player 86 here. So this is part 2 of my Star Wars collection tour. So we're going to start off today with the Galactic Snack and Grogu, and then we're going to move into the Mission Fleet X-Wing with Luke Skywalker and Grogu inside, and I'm even going to show you how the cannons clip onto the wings. And then I've got a very special box sitting on my bed. And this box has some Star Wars treasures in it that none of you have seen. So let's get going. We will begin with the Galactic Snack and Grogu. And this little guy does interact with his accessories. Let me show you what Grogu looks like in the camera. So this is Grogu, and Grogu is about 9 inches tall. I'm going to go ahead and turn Grogu on. And yes, he is interactive. So we're going to give him a little bit of breakfast here. So this little guy, what? He loves his, sorry. He loves his bone broth. That's his way of asking a question. Oh, and by the way, if you look right there in the camera, you can see there's like a little plug. What? Next up is the little cookie, and this is what the cookie looks like in the camera. Oh. Oh! Okay, he was just using the Force without me having to do anything. That's pretty cool. He does that on his own. So this is the cookie, and I'm going to put this in his hand, and we'll see how he interacts with it. Okay. Now the cookie... He loves the little cookie. Now let me show you what the bowl actually looks like. So this is the bowl itself. Oh. Okay, that sound you just heard, that was him using the Force. Oh my, what? My goodness. He's being, So this is a little spoon. Actually, and he interacts with the spoon the same way he does with anything else. And yeah, that question, here, I'll show you. See, now he's using the spoon. See, he likes that. So that's the spoon. And lastly, we have a little ball. Oh crap. Ah! I don't want to lose the ball, but this is what the ball looks like. And with this, if I put this in his hand, That's his force sound. He's using the force. Ooh, he's got many different force sounds. And that's my Galactic Snackin' Grogu. And who knew that a little guy so small could have such a big gulp, right? So that's my little guy. That's my Galactic Snackin'. What? What, baby? I know. He's, sometimes he can be a little bit fussy. I don't know why he's so fussy today, but he is. He's a little bit fussy, but that's okay. So I'm going to try to get him to go to sleep, and I'll turn him off. And so I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but whenever he uses the force, he lights up. I'm tiring him out. Oops. Those are his force sounds. Okay, so Grogu is now asleep. That's actually a good thing. So now we're gonna move on. So I have a container in here. I have a container that has the cannons for the X-Wing. Now this is my Mission Fleet, the Book of Boba Fett X-Wing. And this is really cool because if I open that up, I'm actually scared to tip it because inside, I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera, my apologies, is Luke Skywalker and Grogu. Let me get Grogu out. He's really tiny. I don't want to drop him, but that's Grogu in the camera. And then Luke is also, Luke is in the camera as well. That's Luke. And then if I aim the cockpit of the X-Wing right there, you can actually see that is where Luke and Grogu sit. And what's really cool is this. Watch this. I can close the cockpit, or I can open up the cockpit, which is really cool. And that's the inside of the X-Wing. I'm going to go ahead and put Luke and Grogu back into the X-Wing. Now, unfortunately, when Luke is in his X-Wing, he cannot wear his Jedi cape. So I'm going to go ahead and put Luke and Grogu back in the X-Wing. I just closed the cockpit. So I just opened up a container, and I'm getting out the cannons for the X-Wing because I want to show you exactly how they clip on, which I think is a really awesome. Uh-oh. Am I missing here? Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. Phew. Okay, good. And also too, Luke has his lightsaber and his cape. And also, inside this little container, there are other things that go with another Grogu that I'm going to show you. So as you can see, on the X-Wing, you've got pegs and holes. And actually, watch this. I just opened up the wings for you, so you can see why it's called an X-Wing. Right there in the camera, there's one side of the X, and actually when they're spread open, they form an X, and that's why. Oh, and by the way, I didn't show you this, but right there in the back of the X-Wing is R2-D2. So now let me show you how the cannons clip on. So as you can see, each of these cannons has a pair of pegs and they align with the holes on the X-Wing, and I'll show you now. And it's hard to get them in sometimes. They can be a bit of a struggle sometimes. So let me see what I'm doing. Okay. So let's see. Okay. So I'm clipping the cannons onto the wings of the craft now. All right. Whoops, wrong cannon. Sorry, guys. So there's 4 cannons, and they are mounted on the wings. And what's really neat is, yep, they clip on. They clip on via pegs and holes, which is really awesome. Which is really great, actually. It's really cool. I'm trying to get this last cannon on, and sometimes it can be a bit of a challenge. Sometimes I have to lay the craft down or turn it the other way, so that way I can very easily. Yep, and there we go. There's the X-Wing. And now watch, if I open it like that, boop, pa, there it is. Fully open and fully equipped. And that is the Mission Fleet Book of Boba Fett X-Wing with Luke Skywalker and Grogu. And I love this. I love this little X-Wing. This is actually my first X-Wing that I've had in my collection. When I got this, my mom thought it was going to be really tiny. But when we opened it up, she's like, wow. She reacted the way I thought she would. She thought it was going to be like a little tiny little toy. But no, this is an actual toy of an X-Wing. And this is great. And I love this. So that's my X-Wing. I'm taking the cannons off so that I can put the cannons away safely without losing them. Because the cannons are so small, literally, that I could lose them. But while I'm down here, let me show you some of the other stuff. So this is a frog from another Grogu that I'm going to show you. And this is a little bowl also from that same Grogu. This is Luke's cape. And actually his cape fits on via a peg as well, which is right there in the camera. And then his lightsaber. And I have to be very careful with this. This is a small little tiny piece of weaponry. And there it is in the camera. So that's that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this away. All right. So, moving on. Whoops. I almost forgot to put my X-Wing away. Whoops. Okay. All right. So, moving on. I'm going to pick up the camera for a minute because this is a box and it's got a lot of Star Wars things in it. Actually, there's a Braille label right there on the box that says Star Wars. So I'm going to put my phone back on the charger. And now I'm going to put the camera back on the stand. So now we are going to open this box. Oh, and by the way, this is an airtight container. And the reason why I've got my items, like my Star Wars and my Disney things, stored in airtight containers is because I am severely allergic to dust mites. And dust mites can be pesky little critters. And yes, they can be very pesky. So let's go ahead and open this box and see what we can discover. And the nice thing is that the box is open. So I'm actually gonna, whoops. Sorry, I had the camera in the wrong way. That is the entire contents of my Star Wars box. That's it. That's my contents of my Star Wars box. Sorry about that, guys. I can't see, so I'm not sure like if I'm aiming the camera the right way about that. Sorry, guys. Anyway, let's get into the contents of the box. Now, most of this stuff you've seen, but this is a very special Grogu. This is actually my very first Grogu, and I'll demonstrate him now. That frog and bowl I showed you earlier comes with this Grogu. And then I have some little plushes called Galactic Pals. I have an Ewok, a Wookiee, a Rodian, and a Jawa. This is Nisa. She's 3 years old. She's Wicket's daughter. And she's a young Ewok. She's about 3 years old. And actually, her hood actually comes off, which is really cool, but I'm not going to take it off. But as you can probably see in the camera, there's the back of her head. And the hood actually stays on there pretty good. Actually, it stays on pretty well. So that's Nisa. Next up, we have Sulu. Sulu is a Wookiee. This is Chewie's daughter. Chewie's the one I showed you yesterday, but this is Chewie's daughter, Sulu. And she has, I think it's a bib, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a type of bib. She has a bib around her neck. He's probably about 4 years old now, too. This is Seth. Seth is a Jawa. And actually, if you look at the top of his hood, you can actually see that his hood is sort of pointed, sort of like a witch's cap. So this is Seth. He's a Jawa. He's probably about 4 years old as well. So I'm guessing that some of these younglings are probably 3 to 4 years old. And lastly, we have Sala, who is a Rodian. And Rodians, Rodians are very interesting creatures. And actually, as you can see, they have these kind of trumpet-shaped horns that come out of their heads, which is really interesting. And I love these little galactic pals because they're very well made. They have soft bodies, and their heads are made of vinyl. And actually, what you don't know is the Rodian has that little crest on the back of his head, which is really awesome. So let's dig through here and see what else I can find. Ah, yes. I love this one. This is my 9-inch Underground Toys Talking Yoda. And I love this little guy. I actually cuddle him sometimes at night when I have him out. Yes, even though I'm an adult, I do like to hold on to something at night, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'll demonstrate Yoda for you. And how you get him to talk is to squeeze his arms.
Jedi, use the Force. Do you mean by my size, do you? For 800 years have I trained Jedi. When 900 years old you make, good as good you were not. Concentrate. Feel the Force flow.
So that's Yoda. Ooh. So this is a Grogu that I got from Cracker Barrel. And I actually forgot I had him. And yes, sometimes when I'm feeling in the mood, I cuddle him as well. And so I have a lot of different Grogus that I have, including one of my favorites, which is the official Disney Grogu. Whoops. Which I'll show you right now. This is the official Disney Grogu, and I got this one from my godmother, and I got him, I think, as a birthday present or a Christmas present. I can't remember. It was during COVID, so yeah, isn't he cute? Oh, and yes, I do cuddle him as well. And I've got one more Grogu that was given to me as a Christmas present from my sister. This is the Bounty Collection Hideaway Grogu. And actually, if I open him up, right there in the camera, I don't know how well you can see that, but right there in the camera is his pod. And he can either go in his pod or he can be just like he is now. So that's my other Grogu that I have. So now we're going to get into some bags of figures and other things which I have down in here. All right. So let me get the figures out of my box here. So this box is pretty big. So we'll start off with the Funko Pops here. We'll start off with the Funko Pops. Now all of these Funko Pops are really special. So this is a Funko Pop of Ahsoka Tano. I got her on Amazon, and as you can see, she's got both of her lightsabers. She's got both of them. She's got her Shoto, which is the shorter lightsaber you can see in the camera. And then she's got her Kitana, which is her smaller one. And actually, each of these Funko Pops has a plaque on it. I'm not sure what the plaque says, but I think it says their name, I think. But there's Ahsoka Tano in the camera. I'm going to put each Funko Pop aside, so that way I don't get confused. This is Mando. This is a bobblehead, and this one was also given to me by a friend as well. And I love these little figures. These are so awesome. This is also a bobblehead. This is Cara Dune. This is Mando's sidekick. Ooh. This is a Funko Pop of Luke Skywalker given to me as a Christmas present by a friend. And as you can see, he has his cape on and he's carrying his blaster. And yes, he is a bobblehead. And also I have Anakin in his Darth Vader form. But if you look very carefully at Anakin, he does not wield his traditional lightsaber. Oh, no. He wields a special type of saber. This is a candy saber, or this is a candy cane saber. So yes, I love this one because this is one of the very few themed Funko Pops that I have. And the reason why this gentleman wields a candy cane saber is because he is a Christmas-related Funko Pop. However, I kept him out because he's Star Wars themed. And I love the fact that he is wielding a special candy cane saber instead of his traditional lightsaber. Never let it be said that Anakin Skywalker in his Darth Vader form cannot be festive. And lastly, and my last bobblehead or Funko Pop that I have is Ewok Wicket. And as you can see, he's holding his spear. So that's my Funko Pops. I'm just picking them up and putting them back in the bag. And then I've got one more thing to show you, and it's a bag of figures. And then I'm going to put my box away. Alrighty. Alrighty. Now this is a bag of figures that I have. So we're going to go ahead and start with one of my favorites. This is the Black Series Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Ben, as he is known. He did have a lightsaber, but unfortunately he took a tumble and his lightsaber broke. And I was lucky enough to get the figure. I got him on Amazon and stuff like that. But yeah, yep, there's Ben. As you can see, he has a cloth jacket. So that's Ben. This is Emperor Palpatine, Sheev Palpatine. And he's a neat little figure because he's got some articulation in his arms. His robe is made of plastic. It's sculpted actually very nicely. So this is Anakin in his Darth Vader form, and as you can see, he has his lightsaber. And yep, his cape is made of a plastic as well. And actually, if I dig deep enough, I can probably find Obi-Wan somewhere in here. Yeah. Oh. Yep. This is Obi-Wan, and he's got his lightsaber. And actually, if they wanted to, they could duel. But there'll be no fighting during the stream, guys. Thank you very much. So this is a Luke Skywalker that a friend of mine got for me. And he's holding the hilt of his lightsaber in his hand. I don't know where the blade of his lightsaber is. I think it's somewhere in here. I'm not sure where it would be. But I've got a whole bunch of other figures in here as well, including this one. Now this is of sentimental value. I've got to show you this one. This is an R2-D2 figure given to me from when I was a child, and this was given to me by my great-grandparents, who are now deceased. So I kept this as a memento. So I've got a lot of figures in here. This is Princess Leia. She actually is a really awesome figure. She's neat. It would take me a while to go through all these figures, but I'll do it for you. This is Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing uniform. And this one I got over at GameStop. And I love this figure. Look at the details on that, right? So that's Luke. Oh gosh. I've also got Rey. This is a toy box. I actually got this one at the Disney store. This is Rey. She's an awesome figure as well. I'm pretty sure I have Luke in here too. I have so many figures that okay, so this is also Leia as well. I think this is Leia. Yeah, this is Leia. This is also Leia, I think. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at these figures in a while. That's Leia.
Oh my gosh, I have so many figures. It is unreal. I have so many figures. It is unreal. Oh! Okay, so this is the Black Series Ahsoka Tano. I had to show you this one because as I'm looking through my figures, I'm like, okay, there are certain ones I want to show. So I got this one. She's pretty cool. She's got some pretty good articulation in her arms and legs. She can bend her arms and legs and whatnot. Most of these figures are actually on platforms or stands. And I'm pretty sure I have a Luke Skywalker in here somewhere. Yeah, I've got several different figures in here. But, so there's one I'm looking for actually in here. Somewhere in here. Oh! You know what? This is Mando. And Mando I actually got from my godmother as well. So this is Mando. And Mando has picked up the smell of the container. And I'm pretty sure all these figures have actually as well. So I'm looking through my bag of figures right now to see which ones I want to also show you. So I'm pretty sure I have Luke in here somewhere. He's probably down the bottom of the bag. Yeah, I'm pretty sure oh, there he is. Okay, so this is the toy box Luke Skywalker in his Jedi Knight form. And actually, what's really cool is he can kneel. He's kneeling, as you can see. And he can also pray. And actually, these figures are, wow. This just goes to show you that sometimes the figures wear out after a while. Yeah, so he can kind of pray a little bit. Yeah, so he can sort of kneel and sort of pray a little bit. And he also came with a lightsaber. And as you can see, his hand is curled into a fist. Oh, cool. It is 9 o'clock, precisely where I'm at. There's one more figure I actually do want to show you. Now what Star Wars collection would be complete without stormtroopers and all other figures. Ooh, this is another R2-D2 unit. This was given to me by my mom, actually, and that's a really awesome sentiment to have. Ooh, I have to be very careful because sometimes the figures can be a little sharp. Ooh, as I just experienced. This is Luke Skywalker, and he's got his blaster in his hand. I think that's his blaster or his lightsaber, but he's got something in his hand there. That's another figure that I was given by my mom. And if I can find Leia. Oh, there's the blade to Luke's lightsaber. My gosh, these things are so small, it's crazy. Okay, so this is Leia, and Leia was also given to me by my mom. And actually, let me get Luke's lightsaber blade out, and then I'll get Luke out so I can show you how his blade fits in. And actually, it's got like a little, peg on the bottom of it, and this one actually goes with this Luke Skywalker right here. So as you can see, this has a little hole, and the blade kind of fits in. It's hard to get in, but let's see if I can do it for you. Let's see if it'll do it. I have to be extra careful because I don't want to accidentally break the peg. It's It's really hard to get in there, actually. That's why I don't do this very often. Aha! And Luke is fitted with his lightsaber. There it is. Up close in the camera. And yep, he's got his lightsaber raised for you so you can see. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So that is part 2 of my stream, and I really hope you enjoyed looking through my box with me today. And I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. The last thing I'm going to do is close my box and put it away for you. I'm going to do it live right here. I'm going to do it live for you. And so actually, let me show you the cover to my box. So this is the cover to my Star Wars box. And as you can see, it's got little seals on it because it's an airtight sealed container. So and that is my Star Wars box. So give me a minute because I have to put it away. And it is heavy, so sometimes I have to be very careful when lifting it up. But it's not going to take very long at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Star Wars box away. Whew. It's hard to do sometimes because, okay. All right. My Star Wars box is now put away. So I hope you enjoy part 2 of my Star Wars tour collection or Star Wars collection tour. And I'll be back, not sure when, for part 3. This is the way, and may the Force be with you.
Live. Finish button. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Hit cancel.